Farmer Anders here again. As you can see, we're planting. This is a contract. It's a contract on the field I got straw from last time. So we're planting oats. So we might just buy this field or do another harvest contract. Be cheap, make money. So I sold my smaller one of my two tractors. Mostly because I wanted to, oh, that just finished, collect the money on that. All right, we currently don't have any contracts, so let's see how much food we have for the cows here. All right, we got plenty of food for right now. So let's take a look here. I bought 80 more cows, 2 times 40. I made enough money on that. But what I want to do is do our harvest or grass harvest a little differently than what we have been doing. So let's take a look at this, because this is crazy. So I could, let's see, where were we? Oh, there you go. So right now I am running these two. So for a total of like 5 meters. Now, the next bar up for this would be something like this, which is 105,000. But on top of that, I would need a 300 horse tractor, which I frankly don't have the money to buy it. Or even better, this one, which did 12 meters. But again, at this one, I would need a 350 horse tractor. So keep that in mind, 12 meters on that one, 10 meters on that one. Or I could use this, I think. So that's 9.2 meters. But that would need this. So that doubles how much, and the only problem is, of course, now I have a machinery that I only use for this. But I think that's okay, because we're gonna have quite a bit of haying on this as we get bigger. Hopefully have a couple of fields. So that thing should be running most of the time. So what we got to do, and this thing is 100,000, 125 at a header. This one is 380,000 and do basically the same way, a little bit more, but not much. It goes a lot faster. So you would get a lot more with this, but that's okay. This one, obviously a lot cheaper, but it only does 5 meters, the header on it. And I don't think it's big enough to run the big header. It's unfortunate. So we're gonna try this. I honestly don't really know if this works. So we'll set up, standard, not special. And we're gonna buy this because we're gonna use this enough. And then we'll buy this header. And let's see, let's get to have matching, because matching is important. So the benefit, if this is working, I don't need to rake, because this should just drop a string. So not only it'll be more laps to do for the wagon picking up, but less laps total, because I don't have to rake after I mow before we go pick it up. These things are funny. Now we could also use these for the grain. That does get done. Not as common anymore as what it used to. Back in the day when, maybe it's still done. Up in Montana, it's done, so they save a few days to dry it up, I think, mostly. But the only time that I've really used it is I helped some friends up in North Dakota out on their farm, and we had one pull behind combine. And then we used this to lay the ground first, and we just picked it up because we could do a lot wider swath than if you tried to run a header on the combine. I think it'd be awfully stressful running a normal header on the combine, on the pull combine, because it sits behind you. All right, so First of all, I suppose we ought to check if this field is ready. I do believe it is, but let's double check just in case. And grass, and it is ready. So this is field 12. Great. And 9.6, we'll take it. We'll do, well, actually, we'll do 3 laps. We'll do 3 laps. Seems to be a good compromise. All right, save that, save course, mow, whoa, back, mow, save, wait, F12, 9.6 meter. So if this works, we can then sell these 2 mowers, we have less equipment and a rig. Oh, that doesn't work. I thought that would work. All right, so let's think about that. Why did that not work? First of all, let's go in here because I can't afford to lose that kind of money. Try to not save it. So why does that not work? Maybe that doesn't work for grass? Let's see. At least I think I brought the wrong head. That'd be why. All right, so we'll try it again. See, this is why you should lease stuff before you do this. Mowers. All right, so we'll sell that. I think it's because my map type, nothing else. All right, let's go do this again. So we lost a few $1,000 now. We can afford it. Get this going. There, let's do this again. You gotta pay attention to what you're buying. All right, so we had that one, which is spot ready maps. I think that's why it didn't work. At least I hope so. We shall see. We shall put it up and see what happens. All right, back to the field. Yeah, so of course the great thing is working. I said we can just get the pickup wagon right behind it. Ooh. See, like instead at end speed. So overall, I think we'd save some time on it. But that's how much? Who knows? Okay, let's try this again. If not, we're going to buy another tractor. Ah, that's better. Let's see, let's get going. How long do you think it's going to take? 36 minutes? Okay, that's a good 25 minutes less than what it was taking me to the mower. Makes sense. So, let's sell these. Hey, where can I sell this? Can't sell it from here. All right. Here, here, mowers, sell. You're gonna need bigger mowers. We buy bigger mowers. Let's sell the rake. Oh, why not? Let's sell all of it. All right, so going to our monies. Yeah, see, we only didn't cost us that much. All right, we can now go collect some grass because we are out of grass in our haymaking operation. We have plenty of hay or plenty of food that we can feed the cows, but it's out of hay to produce more. So I figure out we'll get that going. Maybe see if there's any good contracts we can pick up, get some contracts going. I would like soon to get a bigger tractor so we could run a bigger wagon. Because that would save me a lot of time on this field. You know, because driving on the road is wasted time. Now we could run 2 wagons. If we get a lot of grass fields, we'll run 2 mowers and 2 wagons. That's not the field you're looking for. I'm tired. God, this one, I don't know why. See, also I think this leaves less because I think the blade is closer to where the map is, where the path is. Really what I should do is, at some point, if I get too much laying around the corners, get a rake and just rake it up and load it into my wagon. All right, let us take a look at various factory operations. Not really only one, so they're all red. You got plenty of silage. You got some straw. So if you look at this, it's pretty much equal dose of each one. So basically, whatever you have the least of is what dominates it. So we have 317 thresholds. We can make about 1 million more total mixed ration, but you see we're pretty much full, so it's not going to do as much good to be honest with you at this point. But you know, that way it's done. We have more, so when we get room and feed the cows, so we have right now 120 cows. So the barn is half full, and the oldest one is about 6 months into being pregnant. So 4 months we should have 40 more. So we should fill this barn up. I don't think we need to buy any more cows. I think we're just going to let this grow. And then when we fill it up, we'll take a look to see if we can afford either another barn like this or the big barn. I don't know how we're going to get money for the big barn. So while this is running, let's take a look at contracts. I'm going to clear out these contracts, get us some new contracts. Harvesting, we don't want to do DAX. No, definitely don't do that. We could do this one. Why not? It doesn't really matter. So we borrow items for that. Field 3. Off the big tractor. It's okay. I like big tractors. Okay, field 9 is all the way over there. All right. Off we go. Now I could set this up to drive by itself, but what the heck. Gotta do some work ourselves. map up. I might get lost. Lost is bad. Wait, what is... Did I forget something up here? Oops. What if... I think I might have hit done on something and left something. Oh, it's my plow. We'll just reset that down there. I guess I must have used my own plow on a contract on a different... that's funny. All right, we'll unload this first. Oh wow, I already did a lap. Really no rush because he's going to catch up with the mower fairly soon. Actually, probably did catch up with the mower. So we'll start the offload, go get the plow going, then we're back. Take the ditch. So if I really want to run this big, I would get a forage harvester with a pickup that would pick those lines up into the big wagons. I wouldn't have to drive back and forth all the time. I might do that when we get to be big. Right now, we're not big enough for that. All right, so 3:1, basically straight out. Unfold. And again, see how that swings? You're gonna make this as wide as possible. There you go. Unhook, rehook, 5 meters. Again, I'm gonna do a good 6 laps with this, just makes it turn better. Might be one more than what you need, but this thing's got that big building over there that gets in the way. All right, it's plowing good. It's good to go. You can take a look here, say it does swerve around the building. That's real good. All right, we can turn the autosave back on because it always happens that the game crashes on me if I have autosave turned off. Strange how that works. So it is there 15 minutes, it doesn't constantly save, but because as you know, if you worked with computer for any period of time, a failure in application happens at the worst possible time as far as from when you have saved it last. Doesn't seem to matter what you're working on, seems to always be the case. Right. Look at this guy just driving around making little strings of grass. See, I think this would be a great retirement job, just running one of these around the field. Nice and simple, you know, you just got the header, nothing else to worry about. That'd be a great retirement job. Now, if it is right, you could have like a monitor with some AI helping you, making sure that, you know, the thing stops automatically, like if the grass quits flowing. That'd be so easy. Well, I think something like this would be fairly, relatively simple to make not self-aware, but self-driving. There's not much to it. You just got to get this header flowing. As long as grass is flowing across the header to the middle, things are pretty much working. And you know where you're going to mow, so you just need to have each field programmed in. Still wish I'd fixed this problem so the plow was pointing in the right direction. But oh well. Yeah, it would be nice to have a bigger wagon, but then this kind of cute little setup here. Small compact tractor and a small trailer. Trailer capacity is way more than normal, but that's okay. But yeah, so what you could do instead of doing it this way, you could go up here. And you could technically mow the grass in one and load it, but um, you know, bad enough. So the standard capacity is 60,000 on this. Go to 80, 100,000, or 500,000, or 600,000. So with 600,000, this is basically one load. But then instead of you could mow the grass, like when you do corn, you do one of these for silage. You could do this, but it's only like 6 meters wide. I don't know why it's so narrow. So instead, I would use like one of these to pick it up. That way you could have whatever wide mower you have, and you just pick it up. There's a better one than this particular one, but yeah, you could do this, or you could use, if some of you watched Denison map, I used one that got way wider. But I don't think on this map you're going to use, silly, stupid mouse like that. We'll try to keep it somewhat normal. As I said, this wagon right here probably loads about 4 times more than what the actual size of it is. But if not, I'd be driving this back and forth to offload all the time. And yes, I could program Courseplay to actually do the offloading. So we'll just offload one more of these and probably call it a day after that for the recording. Just gonna load this up and then I'll run a few more months and we'll see. Maybe hire some more contracts. I don't think there's anything else. The harvesting contracts, I don't think are very interesting. No, because none of these I can use to buy products. The only reason I really do these is either I can make a lot of money, like on potato farming yesterday, or if I can use the straw so I don't have to buy a field and combine and everything to get straw. So you can see this field is quite large already. But yeah, I can't see that last field on the end up there. I can't see buying that and making this inside one big grass field. Because, if you get up to the 5,000 cows, we are going to need some feed coming in. But we better own a few fields before we do that, I think. So that barn is like almost $2 million. So we're only $2 million away from having enough to buy it. And we can't, I think we can only borrow $500,000. So we probably should be close to 2 so we can buy the equipment we need. So, you know, that little planter I have here is great for this grass, and this grass just regrows. But when we start more new grains, we're gonna need something bigger, I think. Dun, 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 dun. See, this works out perfectly, because if we were at this at the same time, we might have a problem. So as to not interfere, we're gonna let this guy turn around over here first. So he should be on his way back right there. There you go. All right, so that was just a nice, quick 30-minute episode showing what we're doing here with haying. This guy's going to be a few more loads. That was 2 loads. So this is the last time I harvested this yesterday. If you're watching, I only got like 2 loads total, 3 loads total. And we've already done 2 loads, and we haven't even done the 3 laps around it yet. So I let it grow a lot longer this time, so you do get more yield letting it go after it immediately turns green. Questions on grass, you know, it's going to start growing after you load it, so where do you get more grass total in, say, a 12-month period by mowing it as soon as possible versus waiting until you have max yield? I don't know. I honestly don't know. I never tested that. On previous version of Farming Simulator, I believe it told you 3 stages of being done. If you look here, ready to harvest, now it just shows, yeah, it's ready. But I believe for grass on the previous version, it showed 3 different, you know, darker and darker and darker, the more yield you were getting. So again, I'm gonna have to go stop and test this. I think if you look here, potential harvest quantity, 175,000 liters. So I could potentially go out here and measure this, you know, see when it goes yellow, orange, whatever you want to call it, and see what happens. Because if you see if I go out here, it goes to 0. So I could potentially do this and figure out what the yields are and calculate the math, but that's math. I don't do math after hours. So make sure that this works out. It's gotta be tight. Let's stop this. Mostly because an easier restart point. When these merge just when you're done doing a circle, sometimes it messes up if you're not careful. So this is nice. It doesn't leave a lot left in the corners compared to else just running the separate mower. So that's nice. I like it. It's always going to be some. That's okay. It happens in real life too. Sometimes you back up to make sure you get more of it. Anyways, we're going to end it right there. Again, this is Farmer Anders. See you next time.